From the Ohio AgNet Voice You Know with the News You Trust studio, sponsored by Grain Equipment Company, where innovation meets execution, I'm Joel Norwood. Tariffs, and more tariffs. That's the news this week hitting farmers, and it's definitely a divisive issue. President Trump, Secretary of Agriculture Brooke Rollins, as well as Speaker Mike Johnson are defending the short-term tariff plan. They're saying tariffs needed to fight unfair trade, even if it means short-term pain. Ag Secretary Brooke Rollins told CNN.
So this short term, what we're doing right now with the short-term tariffs and effectuating his vision is for the long term, ensuring that we're setting ourselves up.
Until that time, Canada and Mexico have matched or planned to match Trump's tariffs as talks unfolded on a compromise. China has announced duties on chicken, wheat, corn, soybeans, and beef. Iowa Senator and one always to have an opinion on agricultural topics, Chuck Grassley, says some lawmakers will seek waivers.
I think one of those waivers would be when we're getting baby pigs almost daily from Canada to finish out in Iowa. I think a big tariff on those pigs would be catastrophic for pork.
The same goes for potash, which largely comes from Canada. The American Soybean Association speaking out as well, saying tariffs will hit soy farmers, quote, squarely in the wallet and hurt the U.S. as a reliable trading partner and also allow Brazil to sell more soybeans to China. An interesting time ahead, no matter which way you cut it. So what do Ohio's commodity leaders have to say about that issue and many more facing farmers right now? Our own Dusty Sonnenberg checks in.
I'm joined today by Tyler Dravis. Tyler is currently serving as president of the Ohio Corn and Wheat Growers Association for 2025, a Northwest Ohio farmer. And Tyler, we are at Commodity Classic out in Denver, Colorado, and a lot of exciting things going on around the Classic. You've got a lot of meetings going on, of course, a big trade show going on too. But let's sort of gear it back a little bit from the national scene to Ohio. And what are some of the priorities right now and policy type items going on with Ohio Corn and Wheat?
So Ohio was focusing on a couple key items. One thing is getting the Farm Bill passed. We are talking to our representatives and our senators about that. You know, a comprehensive bipartisan Farm Bill is key to having a good safety net for the producers, having protection and maybe a little bit of expansion of crop insurance there, and helping our trade markets. One item that we're focused on really heavy, though, right at the moment is getting year-round E15 passed. There's currently a call to action in the state and in the nation for NCGA. So year-round E15 is something we've been working on for a long, long time. There are some bills brought to the Senate and into the House right now. They're going to be talking about that and voting on it here within this month, and we're as close as ever getting that across the finishing line. So that's one thing we're focusing on real hard. We've had this call to action. Ohio's had a great response, but there is a little bit more time to have your voice heard. There is a link on NCGA that will get you in contact with your representative or senator and have your name heard. So we're really hopeful that that'll get passed this time around.
Well, those call to actions so big because the legislators pay attention to how many calls are coming in on a subject, and it does influence their decision.
Absolutely. I mean, when we talk with our representatives and their staffers in D.C., we have very close relationships. They're just a phone call away, and we will go out and see them in their offices. But they tell us how important it is to have your voices heard. They enjoy talking to us. We have the opportunity to inform them what's going on in our regions and our farms, tell them the reality of the situation and tell them what they can do to help us out. And this was one key item that would help the American corn farmer, help Ohio specifically. We have 7 ethanol plants in this state that help us get through our grind, bring profitability back to the farm in a time where it's looking a little bleak out there. So
good deal. My guest again today is Tyler Dravis. Tyler serves as president of the Ohio Corn and Wheat Growers Association. Tyler, thanks so much for the update. Keep up the good work.
Thanks for having me, Dusty.
Thank you, Tyler, and thank you, Dusty. And some other news, nearly 5,700 USDA employees who were fired over the past month now must get their jobs back, at least temporarily. That comes after a federal employment board ruled their terminations were unlawful. DTN is reporting the Merit Systems Protection Board issued an order yesterday requiring USDA to bring back the fired workers to their jobs for at least the next 45 days while the board continues its investigation. Quick check of weather thanks to Seed Consultants, simply better performance. Online at seedconsultants.com. Snowfall wrapping up in eastern Ohio, while the west seeing rain and snow throughout the day. Highs reach the mid to upper 30s and gusty winds making it feel like the upper 20s. Most areas getting light snowfall, but northeast Ohio could see up to 2 inches by time all said and done. Be ready for another round of mixed precipitation coming tomorrow before clearing skies take over for the weekend. Turning the page to markets, let's see what's driving those today. Thanks to Brandt, helping growers take control for over 70 years. Over to Ryan Metzger.
This is Ryan with Fleiss Mercantile, providing you with your weekly export data update. This morning, the USDA released their sales report data for the week ending February 27th. Corn sales were seen at 909,000 metric tons, which was within the estimate range. Sales of soybeans were seen at 352.9 thousand metric tons, which was on the lower end of the estimate range. And wheat sales came in at 338.7 thousand metric tons, which was also within the estimate range. Please visit our website, leismercantile.com, to learn more about our grain marketing program and crop insurance services.
Thanks, Ryan. Commodities in Chicago right now seeing a good day for grain. March corn up 6.5 to 4.46 3/4, while new crop 4.47.5, up 3/4 of a cent. March soybeans gaining 6 1/4 to 10.04. New crop beans at 10.16.5, up 7 cents. July wheat up 4.5 to 5.66.5. Markets thanks to Seed Consultants. April live cattle down $1.88 to 194.68, while April hogs up $1.30 to $86 even. This is the Ohio AgNet.